But really, first and foremost, understanding what this stuff is. It's not the enemy. It's actually there to clean you out. It's actually there to help you. Hey guys, welcome back to another Iridology episode, and today I want to talk about Candida. So Candida is something that most of us have dealt with at some point. We've either dealt with it on our skin with fungal overgrowth, or we've dealt with it with a yeast overgrowth in our mouth, or maybe vaginally, or in our private areas. It's something that most of us deal with, and I really want to talk about it and help you guys understand what it is, and most importantly, help you guys how to eliminate it. So first and foremost, Candida is really, when we're talking about Candida, we're talking about fungus. We're talking about the fungal family, which is yeast, mold, warts, even moles. When moles are coming through the skin, that's a sign that there's a Candida issue. So why do we have Candida in the first place? Well, firstly, it's in the body to serve a purpose. It helps break down starches and sugars. But when we're not breaking down those foods very well, it becomes an issue because it starts to get out of control. We have a fungal overgrowth. Really what fungus is, if you look at nature, fungus is there to break things down. It's actually there to help nature clean itself. When you leave fruit and vegetables out on the dining table, they start to create mold and they start to get broken down by bacteria and all these different little microorganisms that come to clean it up. So when you're putting food into your own body that isn't being eliminated and broken down and digested properly, well, you're going to have a bacterial and a fungal overgrowth that come to do that job for you. Problem is when that happens over a period of time and it happens too much, we get an overgrowth of these things, and then the body has to try and eliminate that overgrowth of fungus and bacteria through the skin or through the mouth or vaginally or whichever way it is. So it always comes back to a digestive issue. You've got a weakness with your digestive system, and that's coming from either your pancreas, it's coming from your stomach, it's coming from your adrenal glands, and it's coming from the foods that you're actually putting into the body, and maybe too many of them. So it's coming from a wrong combination of foods. When we eat proteins and carbohydrates at the same time, it messes up with our body's digestive process. When we're eating too many foods and we're not hydrating the body enough, all these foods get stuck and we're not eliminating them, then there's going to be an issue, and the body's going to have to come in and clean that issue up using fungus and Candida. So what we need to do is make sure that we're eating the right kinds of foods and that we're actually digesting them properly and we're actually eliminating them properly, and they're not sitting in the body for too long. Then there won't be a need for Candida and fungus and all these parasites and things to actually come and clean the body up for us. So it comes back to diet every single time, and it comes back to actually supporting the body's elimination and detox process. Fruits and vegetables are always going to be the best foods for that. I hype on about them all the time because that's just the truth. They are the best cleaners of the body. And, really watching how much you eat, when you eat, are you stressed when you eat? Are you supporting the body's detox or digestive process? It's a big conversation, but really first and foremost, understanding what this stuff is. It's not the enemy. It's actually there to clean you out. It's actually there to help you. So why not help it do its job? When we're looking at the eyes, this is where we're looking at. All around the colon here, around the pupil. You can see here a massive, looks like a fire ring. And this is actually sulfur from pharmaceuticals, namely from antibiotics. Sulfur is a byproduct or an ingredient in antibiotics. So it gets stuck in our digestive system. It's acidic, it's inflammatory. It starts to really inhibit our body's ability to actually digest food. So when we're not digesting food, like I told you, this is where we're going to start to see proliferation of Candida and fungus. We need to get rid of this sulfur. We need to strengthen our adrenal glands. We need to improve our digestive process altogether. Eyes are going to tell us how our adrenal glands are doing. This person doesn't have a major adrenal weakness. They do have stress swings, which show adrenal weakness, but they've just got a build-up of plaque. You can see all these black lines. You can see the colon itself is starting to get quite close to the pupil, which means it's starting to prolapse in certain areas, and the wall of the colon is starting to become weaker. The colon itself, the actual lymphatic system in the colon, is full of all of this sulfur, and it's having a major impact on this person's digestion. So someone like this is going to experience bloating, gas, constipation, just general discomfort when they eat a range of foods. Some people get so bad that when they drink water, they get bloated, and that's about edema and fluid retention when the body becomes acidic. So looking at the eyes is a really great way to see where our bowels are at, what areas of the body, what organs and glands need improvement and strengthening. And then really coming up with a good plan to strengthen all those weaknesses and just bring back flow to the bowels, bring back flow to the adrenals and the kidneys and the lymphatic system. So yeah, this is what we're looking at, guys. That's what Candida is. I hope that's cleared some things up for you. Drop some questions in the comments if you want to continue the conversation. But as always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.